Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on our YouTube account. We have 20,000 diamonds. We're going to be summoning for the brand new Lightbearer hero. Hopefully we can get a couple copies with the desired hero summons, because that is where we're going to be spending all of the diamonds that we're accumulating over the next couple weeks. Let's hop in the bag. We'll do, again, a couple summons in here. I think I have a few stones, which we only have one right here, which is a copy of Ogi. So that, of course, is just going to be recycled. But I want to make sure that we pop them in the Noble Tavern and we put them into this wish list. So I'm going to drop out Movis. We are going to put in our new hero right there, which I want them in the next slot. Now, overall, when it comes to the summons in here, we have just about everybody. Right now, we have about 2 more stars to add on Guineas. And then, of course, the new Lightbearer, we do have, we're going to go ahead and do the desired hero summons in there. Now, when it comes to the Mauler, same thing. We only have 1 or 2 more stars to add on here. Same with Trishia and with Althus. And then, of course, Lady Simona is almost completed in her entirety as well. So I'm just going to go through. I want to use all of my summons in here. And we've been kind of hoping, fingers crossed, that we could get maybe 1 copy of someone that we could actually use in here. Because the majority of time, we just do this right here. And it is really just the recycle is all that we see. Now, I know I don't have enough scrolls for 10 summons, but I also want to hit up the arena or the Heroes of Esprio. We've been making a lot of progression in there. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can do well and get some more progression made out of that game mode as well. We have 1 summon in here and then the desired hero summons. Now, I have been farming a lot more Stargazer scrolls. As you can see, we have 79 right there. Temple of Time, we're at 250 already to go ahead and save those. But like I was saying, we're going to put this in here. Now, when we look at our desired hero summons, we do have the ability to get 8 copies of the hero, which means we can actually build this hero out to Ascended just through the desired hero summons. Now, that does come from the VIP level that we're at. We're at VIP level 16 right now on this account. So that does make and really helps us with the amount of summons that we can actually do in here. Fingers crossed we can get some doubles, maybe a triple. I would love to not burn through just an insane amount of diamonds, but this is 1, 2, 3 to get our first copy, and it is just a single, and there we go. There is Adrian and Elise, so they are unlocked right there, which of course just gives us that single copy of Epic. So 10,000 diamonds left. And again, there we go, back-to-back copies. There is number 2. There is number 3 and 4. That is what I'm talking about. So awesome, awesome summons right there. That is already 4 copies in, which is exactly what we wanted to see. Can we do it again? Can we get 1 more? We do not, unfortunately, but that's okay, because overall we got a lot of resources. We're going to save some more copies, but that was pretty incredibly lucky to pull a couple copies in there. Now, of course, this is going to give us the ability to build the hero out. I mean, literally from the copies we just got there, we'll go ahead, we'll pop those 2. That's going to give us legendary. There is our legendary plus. We already have all of our food prepped. So there is mythic. And of course, there's signature item. And there is mythic plus already. Now, of course, we build out all the heroes that we get in here, but now we need 4 more copies. That will take the hero up to Ascended. Now, the question is, and we're still kind of waiting on this, and I advise you as well, just kind of pause. I want to take the signature item, and we will take this up to a plus 20 signature item, because I want to see exactly the effectiveness of this hero. If we're starting to see the hero within the Cursed Realm of the Nightmare Corridor or the Treasure Scramble, it is really yet to be seen exactly where we're going to be using this hero and where we're going to see this hero, because ultimately we haven't seen it yet. And that's kind of something to definitely remember when we do get the summons in here, is we haven't seen the hero used in a lot of different places. Now, we've also been working on Lyco, which I think we're pretty close to getting that. So again, it's still short on resources right there. We've also been working on the Awakened version of Lucius, which the exact same. We have a plus 38, which means we do need the epic emblems to actually make progression in there. Rest of the red chests, we are just going to save in their entirety. We're not going to go through, we're not going to use them right now, but we are going to save those again, kind of in their entirety on what we're building. So we only have 66 of them anyways. But overall, every day that we're doing progression in here, getting more resources out of a bunch of different game modes, and of course, getting this free resources out of here. I love picking up the Twisted Essence. That is a really big one right here. We do get a little bit of gear, a little bit more of our emblems. Of course, we don't have the ability. And it kind of stinks with this animated avatar that they left her out of it. So I know a lot of players were kind of commenting on that, but there's another free 10 red chests as we continue to build them out. Now, when it comes to furniture, I don't think we have any, maybe one, which it looks like we have two that we can actually pull out of here. So looking at the build, we've been building Ultras, we've been building on Valkyrie, we've been focusing really on that. So out of the heroes we're seeing here, I'm going to drop out Lucius, and I am going to drop in our new hero right there. Even though they're not ascended, I am okay with it. We'll do our 2 summons in here, and still waiting to build out Eugene and see really the effectiveness of Eugene, but there is a copy for Athalia. Now at this point with Athalia, we do have all of the primary upgrades. So again, we're just kind of going in here, recycling everything that we're getting from the heroes kind of over and over and over, meaning that they're getting closer. And I believe they're 20 plus, 28 and 29, 22 on Rem. Most of them are getting 20 plus when it comes to the furniture. The primary builds of them have already been completed, meaning that we're just going in here and just adding essentially more stats on them. Now within the Elder Tree, that's going to give us another level, which is awesome because we're going to take this to 202. Again, just making progression kind of on a regular basis, which will be perfect. Now, like I was saying, with the Heroes of Vesperia, we want to make sure that we're pushing this every single day, and we have been every single day. Treasure Scramble, we'll go ahead and get in here. I'll have to set my teams a little bit later. But the Heroes of Vesperia, we're at 10,000. You can actually see we had a couple defeats in here going back, but overall making quite a bit of progression. We just got to reset with our tickets right here. So again, we want to run through and we want to make sure exactly that we're going through and we're winning all of our battles. We're doing all of our dailies. We're doing our weeklies. We're getting these all done because remember, we are trying to push all the way and looking at the numbers right here. You have to pay attention a little bit. So we'll go ahead. We'll refresh this 52. So again, we're starting to see a little bit more of a struggle as we're moving closer to Masters, making sure again that we know exactly what teams, even here they're running the stall team, but knowing what teams we are fighting with in here does make a big difference for a majority of players. Again, I just kind of focus on the combat rating. When we start getting to 316, 207, this makes me think maybe we did go to 7 teams, or if we're still at 5, which we're at 5, but again, the levels are getting much, much closer to where we're at. So again, progression can kind of slow down a little bit, but if you're lining up and look at this, this is team on team. But depending on exactly how you have them built and where you have them built could result in defeats just like that. Because again, the lineup of the teams and who you're facing within those teams makes a very big difference. We're starting to get into the competitive nature because also remember with this, we do have quite a bit of time left before we actually finish this part out with the Heroes of Vesperia. And as you can see, we're not too far away from Masters. Once we lock in the slot of getting to Masters, then we don't have to worry about it. I believe at that point, we actually won't get kicked out of Masters. So we'll be able to make more progression. And again, kind of looking at where we are level-wise, looking at them at 306. Shouldn't be incredibly difficult to win some of these. But again, PvP is one that is very unique. Now you'll notice if we break this down PvP-wise, which I do not PvP and not a huge fan of it, but you can see where the Awakened version of Shmira is taking down all Narem. We won those next 2 battles. And then, of course, Matria in here took down the stall team. So we might actually look at changing out some of these formations. And then you can see the Rem team they actually had in here as the very last team, which did result in that defeat. But I think we've used all of our attempts right now. So again, looking 169 right here. We're not going to buy anymore because again, we still have another 6 days, almost 7 days here. Did get a couple more baits, which I'm okay. If we get farmed down a little bit with some of the defeats, again, not really too worried about it. There we got 5, there we got 2 down. That's a pretty big one at 42. But overall, getting these season rewards, again, getting to Masters, getting those Stargazer Scrolls is what we're looking to really get out of here. And I'm super excited that we got some lucky pulls with the new hero. So very, very cool. But all right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.